Good Wednesday morning. I hope everybody's doing well this morning. It's going to be a cold, chilly day here in Michigan. I hope where you live it is not going to be cold and chilly. You know, Easter's coming up on Sunday, and I didn't realize it was already coming up on Sunday. We got so much crazy stuff going on. I forget what the hell day. My wife's birthday's Monday. It's, oh boy, this month's been like a blur. I don't know about for y'all, but man, it gets like, when it gets going, right? I'm the kind of guy, now, my secret to life is I take my time with each day, and I really pause every moment I can. Life goes by really fast, but if you can concentrate enough to get that fog, because we kind of operate under a fog. I don't know why, but it seems like we have a slight fog that lets time go by a little quicker, and we don't realize so much what's going on. I try to remove that fog, that brain fog that we all get, because sometimes days turn into weeks quickly, but if you can focus and concentrate just on that moment, just on everything, like I'm driving out of this parking lot, I'm just focusing on today. I'm aware of my surroundings, but I'm also I'm enjoying the movement of other people. I'm enjoying, even if it's cold, I am enjoying what's going on around me. So I try every day, and then I focus in the moment, and I try to look at the world as it is instead of this like a blurred movie screen that most people see it in, because basically it's how we see it. We do see it in 3D, but subconsciously it kind of looks like a motion picture with a more of a flat reality. I try to focus on the 3D aspect of life, and I mean you really have to. It's proven fact that we kind of do blur things together. We know we're 3D, but we don't really see the 3D as much as we could if we stop and slowed it down. So that's what I try. I know it sounds weird, but it's a proven fact that if you can stop time and slow it down and not pay attention to the movement of time, and you just focus on the moment, days go by slower. You enjoy your life a lot longer. What is time? Time is gravity. That's all it is. Gravity pulls down on us, right? So we're held here under a gravitational field, and that ages your body. Time doesn't really exist other than the fact that we're aging, and the aging comes from gravitational pull. Everything, that's why you get wrinkles and everything starts dripping down, and your organs can only handle fighting the gravity so long, and then after a certain period of time, your body kind of just gives up the ghost, right? So that's all time is. Time is fighting gravity. If you go into space, you do not age like you do here, because gravity up there, it's not a thing. So astronauts do come back barely aging at all compared to us who have stayed down here. And that's a simple fact, but we can't figure out how to stay in space very long without things happening to our bodies, making us sick, making us, weaker. So they are still working on reverse engineering a couple things to create a gravitational field around an object, so that within the object there is no floating. You're contained in a field. And once they get that down, they can lessen the effects of aging by space travel. But it's true. That is a very true thing. We do age because of gravity. So that is what time is. Time is just a gravitational pull on this avatar that your soul is inside of. You don't age inside. And that's why a lot of people don't realize, you just sit there. I can feel mentally like I was a kid again. I do. I'm 53 and I feel 21. But I took the time to start realizing who I was after I had died on that operating table. So if we can focus a little bit on the now, we can really bypass the blur of life, the aging of life, the time span of life, because you can appreciate life a lot more when you can sit back and realize that your focus is always somewhere other than where you are. And that is the key to living longer and enjoying life and making life feel as if it were not blurring by. So if you can focus where you're at, and it's so easy to say, right? Wait till you try to do it. It's hard because you do get caught up in the moment. And then, minutes turn into hours really quick. And then before you know it, you're laying in bed watching TV going, man, where the hell did day go, man? Focus. Even on the mundane, focus. That's all I can give. The best advice I can give you guys. When they say live like you were dying, I have taken that to this level. I have found that the spiritual part of me is very awake, very alert, and I can tap into that when I just slow down. I'm not talking about some crazy Zen Buddhist shit that I can't do. What I'm talking about is if you can focus on you, on that moment, you can feel that little vibration right behind your belly button where your soul lives. And you can, when you feel that, you realize, holy cow, this is just a machine. This is a spacesuit. You know, and it really is. We're inside of this, and our thoughts transfer to this motion. So I'm thinking and I'm talking to you, and it's amazing the computer that you have up here, how it can separate everything and perform the things you need to perform, while inside you're the one operating. You're like the little guy hooked up to the spinal cord, and that is where all your nerves go, and that's why you're able to take your thoughts, your will, and make this move, because you're a very powerful little being. So don't forget that today. Everywhere you go, you're inside of an avatar, and you are so powerful. If you can just focus on what you are, where you are, you will be able to do things you couldn't believe. You could make yourself feel better and everything. It is true. I'm not no crazy guy gets into all this crazy shit. But what I'm saying is, focus. Focus is the key, man. Time is only gravity. You can beat time. Don't pay attention to the gravity. Pay attention to where you are today. Y'all have a good day, okay?